Running into the portal. That's an idea. I could see that. The problem is you want to play so many 4P cards. I don't know, maybe. Okay, so I'm on red coin. Just jam Passiflora on red. Don't I need? Meh. Eee, duck boy. So probably hyper thin, because the entire ladder is playing hyper thin for their Nilfgaard deck. It's sort of crazy. Some orange? Nah, I'm good. Yeah, I think I'm done with Duel Links, at least for now. Might go back to it at some point, but I think this month the variety is going to at least start out as Fall Guys, and we'll go from there.
Looks like some light reading.
Hey Mervin, hey DJ, hey Netflix, hey Sophist. I was asking about Duel Links. Just feels like there's so little to do in that game. The grind is hell if you want to play more than one deck. And once you get King of Games, there's like nothing left. Gwent. I mean, at least with Gwent, getting the cards is easy. With Duel Links, if you want to play a second deck, it's wallet time. Renegades bought more than 200 in Duel Links. Yeah, it takes so long to grind anything in that game. Like, you definitely spend more time grinding than you do playing other players. And playing other players isn't a good way of grinding, which I guess is the worst part, right? Like, if you actually did progression through PvP, I think it would be okay. But so much of the progression is through really bland single-player content that's time-gated. Hey, Roto. If he wants out, he can get out. Yeah, like, progression taking a long time in Duel Links wouldn't be a problem if progression was, like, a fun part of the game. But it's the worst part of the game. At least grinding in, like, Gwent and Hearthstone is fun, right? Like, you're playing modes that you already want to be playing.
Exotic wonders for prices.
Like, you design when you fork out money. Yeah. I'm asking what he's doing in Duel Links. He always says farming. Yeah, because it's like 90% of what you do in the game. It's just a mobile game. The gameplay is cool. It's probably got better PvP than most mobile games, but Christ. The amount of time spent doing other things to do that PvP is awful.
Hallowed flame, light our way through ignorance and superstition.
Full GTA 5, the Cyberpunk multiplayer microtransactions. Okay. Whatever. Does anyone have any high hopes for Cyberpunk multiplayer? Is that something that anyone expects quality of? Do you know how long it took them to get friend matches working consistently in Gwent? What makes you think that they can do an MMO? Joke's on me, they still don't work consistently. Since tournament mode, I think they fixed the friend matches. I haven't had many problems with viewer battles since tournament mode got introduced. But it took a long time. If I ever an orange tree? No. I've never had an orange tree. I've also never been an orange tree, if that's the question that you're trying to ask. Wasn't the MOBA game not CDPR? Wasn't that an offshoot? Oh, I guess not. Oh, co-developed. Okay.
Too soon.
Oh, that's cool though. MMO is the next logical step after single-player RPG in a card game. Yep. You could argue that it's the next logical step after single-player RPG. The card game was a detour. What's the Pokemon Go ripoff called? I haven't heard it called anything other than Witcher Go. Though I'm pretty sure that's not the actual name. I'm replaying off the books tonight. Because we play a lot of different decks.
One with my life. Align yourself with the masters of the new order.
Guess I'll take the carryover coin. Cool. So we got card advantage. We've got Jacques, Adriano, Azar. Not that we're gonna draw any of them. What did he though? Definitely do not remember what he invoed. Invoed Marl? Oh, that's kind of annoying. So he'll poison me. I'll Azar. No, the data daily doesn't affect the snapshot on the site. The snapshot's just from tournament mode data, because I can't get deck lists from the pro letter data.
In my trade, I am a great artist. Pissing. I'm sighing deepest regret.
Now we make him have the Brothans. Link the site again. big for the Brothams. I can say 90% of CDPR's games are a hit. Was Thronebreaker a hit? Because they have Witcher Battle Arena and the Witcher Adventure game, neither of which were hits.
Hark, brothers. These are the words of Scripture. Smash your noggin, bloods! All I do for the Empire.
Don't get caught. Hit him between the legs.
Pretty sure we win here. Yeah.
Gaze into my eyes and see death. Flaming rose!
Went over coins. We went over coins because we chose to play MK early. It's not like we could have. Sort of nice when your games don't like obsolete each other, right?
Control the docks, control the city.
Like, I don't know how many people are going back to Witcher 2 after beating Witcher 3, but I'm sure that there is some carryover. People that are enjoying Gwent that go over and play Witcher 3. Or the whole Witcher series. Because, like, the overlap, I don't know, doesn't feel like they obsolete one another. Doesn't feel like just, like, an upgrade of the game, because it's a completely different experience. Meanwhile, yeah, like, sports games are a great example of the opposite, right? Like, no one's gonna play FIFA 18 when FIFA 19 comes out.
Raise up your hand upon the Symbiosis.
Best faction for beginners? I would recommend playing monsters. Use the Fruits of Yiskith later and find Endrega larvas, either from Iron Judgment kegs or craft them for, what are they, like 50 scrap, 80 scrap, 100 scrap? Iron Judgment kegs are nice because they have Yigurn as well, which is another big card for that deck.
You study of heresy. Die by my sword!
Hey, PPR, I'm glad you enjoyed the content.
'Tis my truth. I was born with it. I shall die with it.
Probably just getting caressed. And next turn we can this deck. It was proven you can resell the same game over and over. Usually there's some extra utility being added, like being able to be played on different platforms. Oh, wait. Whatever. Not bleeding anyway. Ida 2.
Death can come where blood there's none.
I'd say it's improved during 2020. Wait, he had the caress in hand? Okay, well, good thing he went for the Marl. Took the Ida before the Caress? What a madman. Thought maybe they'd be like foul for Caress, not just in-hand Caress. Playing today. We're playing Off the Books Syndicate. I agree. Apothecary could have been unnerfed. Like, the patch after it actually got nerfed. Or it was probably just fine after Freak Show. I don't have any actual passive points. This is just passive coins. It's got the Donka click. You very easily can take. How bad is the bleed for me? Yeah, I would hope that they push Tribute a little bit better. They've got this cool leader, just without enough support. It's either this or I'd take the Philippa on something. And, I don't know if I really want to take the Philippa. Hopefully we'll at least get his hand buffed card. A Yurden? Glad that's gone. Whatever. Nature's Gift is tier 1 right now. I haven't heard anyone else say that. And I don't think data backs him up. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends how big you want tier 1 to be. But I feel like NR and SK are a level above everything else.
You're lucky to keep your heat. Ha ha! Leave it to us.
Wait. Oh yeah, he's not Devotion. He's playing Yurden. Wait, he's playing Yurden and Ida? And then Nero? Why is he playing Ida?
Soon you shall transform and receive the gift of life.
Because he can, I guess. So if I Imke, I get my boat. How good is a shielded Imke in this matchup?
What do you say? Date night at the witch's yard?
The reason Devotion plays it is because you need an answer to Defender. But if you're not Devotion, you have Heat Wave. He's also playing Yurden, so it's like arguable how much he even needs an answer to Defender. Could he wait for Yurden? Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Looks like some light reading.
The player for Vitality on a Hamadryad. He still got Heat Wave. But if you want the Vitality on a Hamadryad, there's a 4 provision card that does that. Just play Dryad Enchantress and save provisions. It's 1 less Vitality, but do you really need 4 versus 3? You're paying so much more. Guess I want this. Is it ever worth shielding? No. Gross.
Perfect for birthdays, weddings, and bribes.
Doing pretty good, Lord of Light. I mean, I also draw my golds, but it doesn't really matter. Spends a little bit more to win the early rounds. I don't even know if that's true. It's like Forest Protector, got a bunch of Dunka boosts. Makes a big difference here.
Wait, yes, they won't let us talk to strangers. I'll never be imprisoned again.
Gaze into my eyes. Witness your death.
Somehow doubt his last card is ever bad enough. Yeah. Shielding the Force Seductress might have won. Because that does.
Don't make me laugh.
Poisons. Got Passiflora on red. Could just almost jam that. They don't have the blind eyes for it.
My boots got sand aplenty in them.
I'm just gonna chill and not put units in play. Just do syndicate things.
A grave error.
I just play the Marl. If the Marl lives, I can like poison it myself. Pull boat. Just pull boat this way. Philippa doesn't quite get ahead. Just do this.
Purity is purest in all
I've not taken one with Marl. I've taken one with Philippa.
Don't ask a lady her age. It's unbecoming.
Let's just hold everything. Just play the urchins to get boat out of deck.
3, 2, 1, go!
I guess this is... I've got spends, it's fine.
I wonder what I will catch you this time.
I can go, what, Philippa Marl if I really want to. I can Philippa the Thirsty Dame, 14, 15, 16, 17. Philippa the Marl works by 2.
You'll suffer the consequences of your foolishness.
It's 10 plus 1.
He who knows too much dies too soon.
Blind eyes, please. Perfect.
Are all lasses from Skellige så awe-inspirerende?
I never miss.
My noble knight, be still.
It's an extreme sometimes. Right now we are. I'm a boat.
Sleep, my champion. Rest now.
Behold Nilfgaard's iron might!
Happy to Adriano. Maybe bad placement. Playing into Treason. I probably shouldn't play into Treason, as irrelevant as that probably is.
Enough! Let us finish this. The Vormorahans detest intruders.
You can find the points.
Kill the dog diddlers!
All gentlemen have their vices.
He's trying. Poor super friend. Yeah. Yeah.
Control the docks.
The first seductress is whatever, but when there's 2 of them, oh man, they are scary. Unless you're assimilate, then they're just always scary. Nah, I haven't seen any ethereals. No one's playing any Gurney. The Swarmless don't really want something that dies to 4 damage. It's not killed and useless. Just because it's not good right now doesn't mean it can never be good in the future. The numbers on the card make a lot of sense. It just archetypically doesn't make sense in the current decks.
These are the words of scripture.
If there's ever a Gurney deck that's playing Thrive units that die to damage anyway, that could very easily want to be playing Ethereal.
The Order will rule the land from this day forward.
But like right now, you can play Swarm, but the Swarm deck doesn't play anything that dies to Rebuke. That's sort of the point of the Swarm deck, so the Swarm deck doesn't want it.
Stitches get stitches.
The Wild Hunt deck doesn't want it because it doesn't go low to the ground enough. It's not playing Gurney. It doesn't have a leader that supports it. And leaders that do support it just aren't the right leaders right now. I guess we're clicking this.
Shove those arrows up your ass!
They've so damn much. Anyone teach them to share?
Ethereal is way harder to remove than Larva. You also can't, like, partially answer Ethereal. Whereas you can kill half the Larva. Hey, Red Dream. Thanks for the host. Welcome, everybody. I'm just gonna get rebuked.
Travel, I mean.
Meh. We're not getting rebuked.
How's you doing this year?
Got a hearty hankering for Gwent.
Yeah, Ethereal is still a cool card, just has no home. It's not a card that's carrying an archetype by itself anymore. Do I need this later?
I'll never be imprisoned again.
I think I have to win round 1, right? Need to force out the Shiru.
Just great.
What? So what, does that mean Azar is gonna be bad later?
Pissing it. Cannot sigh of deepest regret.
I don't think it's a problem for a neutral card to be mainly played in just one faction. There's nothing about neutrals to say they have to be playable everywhere. It's just that they can be played anywhere. They don't need the restriction of being faction locked.
We share the profits, not the work.
Okay. Get 2 leader charges. I guess that's fine. That sort of lets us play around the Shiru. Fire Sworn could have used Ethereal. You're only the thing is you want to be transforming 1s and not 2s, right? It's just not quite efficient enough if you're transforming 2s. Like, you transform a 1, it's immediately a 7 for 8. With potential for +3 per turn. Like, the numbers on Ethereal make a lot of sense. Just, there's not a deck for it. Love all these spenders. What's my... Oh, I guess my blind eye situation's kind of bad. Ugh. Just Imki. Imki just plays into the Shiru 5s. Let's get the carryover. Ethereal is too fair now. I wouldn't even say that. I would just say the decks Ethereal goes in are bad. Right before, Ethereal was unfair enough to be carrying an entire archetype. It doesn't do that anymore. It's too fair in the sense that, like, it doesn't define an archetype, but I don't know if that's... It's like, the opposite of that is too fair. I don't know. I guess this works. Not really looking for anything else.
Looks like some light reading.
It's 2 points engine, but it takes 2 turns to even get your 8 for 8 value. To be fair that they nerfed it instead of changing the 16 provisions. Yeah, instead of just like turning it into an archetype defining card and making it like a 12 provision card, they just changed it to not be an archetype defining card.
The time of sword and axe, the age of the holy storm is nigh.
How big do I need this? At 10, at 9 it goes back to 6. And 6 is fine. What's this deck about? We're using off the books. We're using off the books plus tribute cards.
3, 2, 1, go!
Is he not Shiru? Oh.
I only loot corpses, except sometimes they're quite fresh.
Whatever. How much more tile removal can he possibly have?
Murder a pint.
Yeah, what do you got?
They cannot to see us.
Whatever. Whatever. Get the hot decks this will enable. Does Eldrazi want this? It's a little too slow for Eldrazi, right? It's like Basalt Monolith Infinites. Yep. Okay, I guess that's kind of cool. So did Basalt Monolith spike in price again? Now, there's so many ways to go infinite with Basalt Monolith. Do you really need a 5 provision card to do it? Or a 5 mana cost card to do it?
Anything.
But, like, if you're going infinite, the other modes on this don't matter.
Ever faithful to the flaming rose.
I mean, you're looking at the alpha one. It's not really fair. Oh, it's not reserve listed. I thought Basalt Monolith was reserve listed. Never mind. It's been in a bunch of commander sets. Huh. It was in Double Masters, so it's under $2. Is Pogner good now? I don't think so. Yep, Arena Ghoul gets free tribute with this leader. Saul the Lieutenant. Nah, we're not very good at keeping Horde. I wasn't even sure we wanted Boat. We've got to work to get to 9 coins every time.
Death can come where blood does not.
And Arena Ghoul over Cleric. The fee on him's kind of nice. It's nice against Skellige to be able to like sync random damage. Yeah, carryover as well. You can just play it for 2 coins if you want to. Just more utility to it.
One man's battlefield is another man's ripe patch for harvest.
How many sweet rolls could I get for a diamond?
Syndicate stand compared to all the other factions? That's a fun question. We can look at the data after this game, since you asked. I do like looking at data. It depends what resolution you're looking at. If you're looking at top 100, Syndicate's pretty bad. If you're looking at top 20, Syndicate's not that bad.
What do you say? Date night at the butcher's yard?
Yeah, from Pro Ladder. So I can't pass a Flora this round. But he's Devotion, so that's okay. Yeah, it seems right. He discard Rebuke and think it would make a Treant? That's not how that works. You can do it with Shaping Nature, right? Because you play it and then Gwent up was an incredible resource.
You'll join in your blood! Onward!
No, see, I'm the faction ambassador from Syndicate, so I need to play all of the other factions. You misunderstand the role of the ambassador. Pirate Syndicate when there is a single pirate payoff in Syndicate. Hammond, it doesn't count. What do they keep? What is this hand? We'll figure it out.
Yes, I work with someone.
How did I become an ambassador? Right place, right time.
Longships are overrated.
Hideaway. Oh, is Hideaway dual faction too? Oh.
Hark, brothers. These are the words of scripture.
What does the Syndicate badge mean? This means that my home is in Syndicate. And since I live in Syndicate, I am playing everything else.
We're fighting today.
It makes sense. Just gotta think about it.
Easy to forget about the islands in my arms.
Bastards live in foreign places. Exactly, exactly. I just happen to live in all the foreign places. Why not? Can I just play this?
Sleep, my champion. Rest now.
Do this, get the boat. I could steal the boat.
Martha's got purest tears, purest in all that.
The problem with stealing the boat is that Philippa's just a really big card in this matchup in general. Should probably be playing Hideaways or Sewer Raiders. Probably just end up trading Philippas. Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with trading Philippas, but
These marvels, they dazzle.
get his Saul. I guess I'm happy with that.
You'll suffer the consequences of your foolishness.
Couldn't you have yoinked my boat? The Saul. So what, 7 points worse? But he gets extra Saul points. I think it was enough by exactly 1. Which isn't quite a gazillion, but it's close. 7 for 5p ghouls, not worth it. No. 7 for 5s aren't really that good. I have 1 Cleric of the Flaming Rose, which is also 7 for 5, but at least this one generates coins. First a Nero. My first a Nero Street Urchins. Yeah, I can do that.
They've so damn much. Anyone teach them to share?
Yeah, it's 7 worse, but only actually 5 worse. It's 6 raw value, plus 1 from the Seductress. And he won that round by 6. So he would have won the round by 1. Yes, we Azar.
Bad spells are my specialty. Allow me to show you.
No heaver, please.
Looks like some light reading.
I don't think he has it. Opponent's devoted. Are they?
Soon you shall transform and receive the gift of life.
Now, we aren't dealing with those scarabs. And I guess that's just okay. We'll figure it out. I can do this. So he's just getting down a late Passiflora? Nice.
Consider this my tip.
Exploitation.
Looks like some light reading.
My hair seems unaffected by the pandemic. Still a little affected by the pandemic. But I usually just cut my own hair. Like an easy win. He does have Freak Show, and my poisons are bad. Those things could be problems. You want to shield this. So that I can play a Cleric.
The eternal fire shall consume all that is impure.
Kill Ascara with Philippa. He's eventually going to play into the back row, and I get to Philippa that. Yeah, you get to steal that. Denies him his bonded too. Yeah, I've thought about playing Teshem up now. I haven't really had a need to. There's not that much shield wall on ladder. Don't usually need it to beat shield wall.
With a Novigrad lass.
I'm surprised it's not as popular as Reddit thought it would.
Life's short. Enjoy it.
It's putting up good results at the very top end of pro ladder right now, but it hasn't cascaded down.
My reason to travel, I mean. God to the seas!
Memorial.
Me victory! Scoia'tael! The beast shall be born, and the blood of innocence shall flow.
Yeah, I mean, its win rate outside of the top 100 isn't very high. Even when everyone knew Skellige was the best deck, people still played Skellige a lot. People just aren't having win rates that good with it. Outside of the very top of the game.
Work what you can simply take.
How's you doing business for you?
I think we win by a lot. Symbiosis could be good. I don't know if it'll be tier 1, but I think like Skellige and are fairly far ahead of everything else. Possibly, or just once the list comes out. The people are playing at the top. But for now, at least, it's not. Yeah, I don't know why you didn't Heatwave Passiflora.
You talked enough.
Doesn't do anything, right? Just play for 6.
The docks! Which way to the docks?
Nilfgaard is not looking very hot, yeah. I think Nilfgaard is the highest, the lowest win rate faction at both top 100 and top 20. Yeah.
How many sweet rolls could I get for
A
a
new
dollar?
faction could be introduced. I have no idea about Witcher lore. I have absolutely no idea. I don't think the game needs more factions. Design space is already spread pretty thin.
Are all lasses from Skellige so awe-inspiring?
Yeah. Where do I pull my boat? Seems like it's going pretty well. Can like just Just a Nero for a poison, see what he does. Just pulls boat this turn. This then plays for a 9 and I can spend. Or 8 I can spend. Or 9 I can spend, yeah. I don't think we know when the next expansion's coming. We just know that we're getting another one this year.
The head. A fitting gift for our king.
Same time next week.
Dance with me, my darling, dance.
Not the best trades. Opponent did more thinning than we did. Played fewer golds than we did. I don't think I want to play further down. Could maybe play the fence. But like, I feel like I'm just making the round 2 bleed shorter, which seems bad for me. Yep, 2 expansions this year. Yeah, remember when we randomly got another expansion a month after getting the previous expansion? What was that about?
My noble knight, be still.
When was that? Iron Judgment into Merchants of a Fear. It was like back-to-back expansions. There was no build-up to Merchants. Just randomly dropped an expansion. It was real weird.
Sleep, my champion. Rest now.
There was a lot of confusion.
Ha! Yet another horn for my collection.
I'll never be imprisoned
I'm just
again.
gonna take this so I don't waste coins when I play the urchins. Denying to consume's probably worth something too.
I shall savor your
Okay, I don't know what the sequencing is. Oh, we couldn't have yoinked the Seductress, alright. Never mind. It all makes sense now.
Careful. I heard the Ethereal read minds.
Gonna get consume value.
Your blood will warm my bones.
Align yourself with the masters of New Order.
Boy, beautiful. Interested in some easy
Cool.
coin?
6 free points.
One man's battlefield is another man's ripe patch for harvest. Sword of the Order, Flaming Rose.
Oh, right. Forgot about the peaches. Whoops. Okay, so it's Marl and the second De Niro. not doing this in one, right? I could a Nero for 7. I guess I could do this in one with some leader charges. Eh.
A dagger. Where is the challenge?
This gets the carryover coins. This is fine. Yeah, but if I use Jacques, what am I drawing to? My deck's kind of trash without it. Could have single last play Marl. Seems pretty good. This plays around Manticore a little bit better.
Hallowed flame, light our way through ignorance and superstition.
Being too talented, you know I'll draw my cards. Well, I have no chance to draw the cards if I Nero for it. At least that's why I have a chance to draw my cards. I want to be on... Wait, I want to be on even coins. I should have spent once.
If the ring won't come off, just take the whole finger.
Oh, I was on... Oh, I could have gotten it with the leader charge. Yeah, probably would have been better. Probably would have been better.
I'm a dwarf for business.
Crimes. Been a while. Just going for brawlers instead of the... So Assault's not live. Can I just do this?
Yes, I work with salamanders for now.
3 crimes in hand. I really had high hopes for this card. Thought this would, like, make this deck a lot better. Deck just doesn't have that many crimes in hand. In round 1.
Hallowed flame, light our way through ignorance and superstition. Call this one the Tickler. You're lucky to keep your heat. I'll rip and tear until you're done for.
3, 2,
Yes, we'll click it. So I've got Justice and Portal out of him.
Premium grade won't find any better.
Just want my boat. Just give me my boat.
huh?
Served 10 years in the army. Pays better with Salamandra.
I mean, it could take a literal 21 for 10. I'll also just trade this off. I've still got the reach with Philippa. Just use the leader charge. Or, if it need to, 17. 14 plus 3. That was easy.
I've no mercy for your kind.
That was a pretty cheap round 1, considering what our opponent played. His hand's pretty great. I guess I play around the Heaver. Definitely want to be pushing. Assaulting opponents. Did I insult the opponent? I don't think I did.
You are worthy neither of mercy nor forgiveness.
So I could first Aneromancy to kill one of the cut-up lackeys, and then still Passiflora. I could also probably just pass and the game's over. As long as there's no Bomb Heaver. Not really sure what he has left. Could kill things. Adriano, Seductress are both good. Jackal's sort of nice. Do I shield Seductresses?
Give what we demand, not harm a hair on your wench's head.
Debate out his engines. The deck doesn't really have a win condition left after the Horson, though I guess I don't have a way to deal with Fallen Knights. Wasn't really something that I considered.
Soon you shall transform and receive the gift of life.
If I lead here, it makes shielding the Seductresses easier. I'm pretty sure I want to shield the Seductresses. Oh, well. It's a little worse now, I guess.
Looks like some light reading.
Does have Heaver.
You lad, don't say that.
Shh, my noble knight. Be still. I'll consider this my tip.
I don't know.
You are not worthy of the fire's purity, not worthy of its light.
Trying to profit with Yoda and getting them free? Good question. I do not know.
The beast shall be born, the blood of innocence shall flow.
So 1 crime in hand. Could be Tavern Brawl.
He who knows too much dies too soon.
Six-point Marl. So his last card is Tavern Brawl. Oh no, it's a crime. Oh no, it's not a crime. Could be Furco for Tavern Brawl? No, Furco's gone. Or should I be playing around? Oh, it's probably just Gord. Yeah, okay. I think I could have played around to Geralt there. Just like full spend on Jacques too.